What it do, bruh? Talk of the town, Nintendo, Doc Trey, still holding it down, still make the best games, and you know this, bro. It's the truth. If you don't like it, you can have that seatbelt. So now that it's confirmed that the Nintendo Switch 2 will be backwards compatible with original Nintendo Switch games, the question for me is, will third parties release enhancements for their older Nintendo Switch games? So we've seen with the PlayStation 5 Pro recently, a bunch of developers have come out and released enhancement patches for the PlayStation 5 Pro, which either makes the improves the frame rate or improves the resolution or adds ray tracing or improves the shadows and stuff like that. And these enhancements, I believe, have all been free. Now, even with the PlayStation 4, even with the PlayStation 5, when the PlayStation 5 came out, there was games that were on the PlayStation 4 that developers offered next-gen patches for. And a lot of these patches were free, and some of them you had to pay like $10 or $15 for. And then also along with that, they came out with native versions of these PS4 games on PS5 that performed a little bit better than those patches, but you got to have a full native version. Now the question for me is, will these third parties do this same thing for Nintendo Switch backwards compatible games? And I'm not quite sure how they will handle it, because there's so many scenarios here. So maybe these games, when they run on the Switch 2, especially the ones that have unlocked frame rates, will just run at a better frame rate, or they'll be able to be displayed at a higher resolution, and that's the end of it, which should be no charge. But then we maybe to take advantage of DLSS 3 or 3.5 or whatever the Switch 2 ends up having, will more than likely require a patch per game, and that should result in the games performing a lot better and having cleaner looking textures and higher resolution and things like that. And that's something that they may choose to or not pay for now, or charge for, excuse me. And but then for the people that believe that these games running on the Switch 2 with these enhancements should look, or at least around PS4 level or more, that's going to take a lot more work. And that's where I don't know if these developers are going to start charging or not. Because even though they may have not charged this for PS5 to PS5 Pro or PS4 to PS5 next-gen patches, going from the Switch to the Switch 2 is kind of it's a bigger gap in power and a lot different than going from a PlayStation 4 to the next-gen enhanced patches in most cases. So it's going to require a lot more work. And I don't know if these third parties are going to do that, or if they'll just come out with just a native Switch 2 version, which they'll probably do anyway. Like, for example, some of these games will really benefit. Well, not some of these games. A lot of these games on the Switch 2, these third-party ports, would greatly benefit from next-gen patches for Switch 2. And since it's going to require so much work, I'm not sure if these third parties are either going to do, some of them may not end up doing it at all, especially considering some of these older games on the Switch a lot of them aren't even in print anymore. Like some of these games, like some of these popular third-party games on the Switch, like try going to the store and finding a physical copy of Doom on the Switch. You're not gonna find it. So some of these games are out of print, and I don't know if a lot of these third parties are gonna feel that it's worth it to go back and enhance these games, especially if they're gonna do it for free. But on one hand, maybe they should do it for free or very low cost, because we bought a lot of these games from these third parties that were full price, while these games were older already, and these games were super cheap on other systems. We could have easily bought it on other systems, but we bought it on the Switch because we wanted to play it on our system. We also wanted to support third parties on Nintendo Switch. So actually, the fact that we were over there paying $60 for games that we could have bought on other systems, sometimes for $10, $12, $5 sometimes, maybe they owe us these patches. Just like Nintendo owes us backwards compatibility. But we'll see what actually happens. And hopefully these third parties throw us a bone with this, because I have a feeling a lot of these third party games on the Switch, especially the ones that are out of print, might be sought after if these developers decide to give us enhancement patches for them. But let me know what you guys think in the comments section.